What's good, Ken folk? We're back again with another review today, but today we got a special guest. Stay tuned. Here we go. I got to introduce my special guest here, personal friend of mine, long time now, been there every time I needed him. I'm a cigar buddy and friend, confidant, whatever you want to call it. My bromo.
Bromo. I like that. Let's do that. What's up?
What's good? So say hi to the world, Josh.
How's it going, guys? I am a novice when it comes to cigars, at least, if we're comparing notes with this guy here. But I'm ready to do it, so let's do it.
Yeah, I consider myself a novice too. I'm always learning. But either way, we're going to jump into this Cigar Dojo review today. And what I can say is, so far I like the way they package this box. It's unique when you can add a piece of the tobacco leaf from the manufacturing process in these cigars. So it's pretty dope. I mean, you're able to give it a whiff and smell it and get into more of the experience and dive yourself into the cigar more, which hopefully will make this cigar smoking experience a little bit more enjoyable. You get a whip of that. Smells like my lotion.
Yeah, these are nice. Do a little Vanna White action here.
Yeah. That is beautiful. So I kind of wish, I can tell you right now, I really wish they would have put a ribbon in this box here. That way you can easily take these cigars out because they're in there pretty tight. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put my
unless you got those long
fingernail in
cocaine
there.
pinkies, you can't pull it out.
Right, I don't have one of those. See, I already dropped it already. So let's get this bad boy out. Let's go. And one for you, dear sir.
Oh yeah, thank you. Can't smell through the plastic.
Yep. So what do you think about the cigar just by looking at it so far?
It's pretty. Clearly hand rolled. Very Nicaraguan. Oh yeah, got those nice earthy tones.
Yeah, nice earthy tones. Nice little hay on there. So you get a little manure there on the foot.
A little poo on the foot.
A little poo on the foot. Just a little bit.
Yeah, It's got a nice mellow wrapper. It's good.
Right. So the claim of these cigars is it has a sweeter profile. Guessing from the read up, it comes from the farm, the Aganorsa leaf farms here in Jalapa, Nicaragua. So we'll be looking for that profile as we dig into this cigar. A few more details about the cigar. It is $11 MSRP. This Vitola is a 6x50 Toro, and it is a Nicaraguan Puro. So the wrapper, the binder, and the filler are all Nicaraguan. All right, let's get it. So you ready to get this bad boy cut?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll be using a straight cut today.
I'll be using a V.
All right.
A nice little V cut there. Yeah.
A straight cut here. Should we tell them what we're pairing the cigar with?
I think
today?
so. Pairing it with this Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. If you've never had this, it's fantastic. Got those nice little rum notes at the end. Nice little sweet around the mouth feel. It's pretty good.
Sweet around the mouth.
Sweet around the mouth.
All right.
Whoa.
Let's get a cold draw.
Oh, yeah, cold draw. That's right.
For me, I pick up a weedy, maybe cornflake note on the cigar.
My palate's not quite as refined as his. I pick up tobacco.
Yeah, you definitely get the tobacco. But there's not much to it. Seems pretty simple right now. We'll see if that changes as we light it. But yeah, not much on the cold draw. Weed,
yeah,
and tobacco.
Yep, weed and tobacco. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad smoke.
That's right. Here we go.
Let's do it. We're like synchronized.
That's just right. Yep. So just to mention again, as I'm lighting this Reviver stick, that the wrapper is Corojo 99, the binder Criollo 98, and the filler is Criollo 98 and Corojo 99. All Nicaraguan leaf. I definitely like to smoke the Puro cigars because you get more of an essence of that tobacco from that region. And my lighter is giving me the business right now. Thank you.
No, it's good. It's mild. They said it's more of like a medium full, but I think I disagree. I think it's more on the mild side.
Yeah, so it's so far getting into this first pull in the first third here. Like Josh said, it's pretty mild right now. Of course, we all know that cigars do change as you smoke it further down in the stick here. So it's coming off as mild. The undertones and nuances in the cigar are not super robust. You do get pepper on the retrohale, and again, like my other video, it's not too peppery, so it's awesome.
It's pairing real nice with this Glenlivet. Get that peppery with the sweet.
Yeah, there's that wheat. The wheat to me, I don't know about you, Josh, it's just very weedy to me. I don't get much of anything else right now other than the pure tobacco nuances and just a weedy type of flavor.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's any hidden flavors in there. I would definitely say that it's just more of a standard tobacco flavored cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Like I said, it's on the mild side, so it's not too overpowering. It's definitely got a smooth draw.
And the smoke output in this one is pretty decent too.
Yeah, I would say I agree.
So I don't. These are all hand rolled cigars, and there is no resistance in these sticks thus far. A lot of times when you get these boxes of cigars, sometimes you get ones that are stuck and some that are perfectly rolled. So hopefully I don't come into any of that problem with the rest of these sticks in here. But so far, 2 of these sticks are superbly smoking pretty well here.
I would say there's nothing worse than buying a box and ending up with half of them like with a shitty draw, or they just don't burn, nice and evenly. But I mean, that's going to happen with the hand rolled stuff. You're going to get a few in there that are kind of wonky.
Exactly. But I gotta go back to this box again. I really like how they put this cigar leaf in this box. It just adds to the experience in this stick, and I like that extra touch.
Yeah, and if you've ever bought anything from Drew Estates, they sometimes do that as well. I have some of the Tobacco Especial. It came very similarly packed. It had some tobacco leaves within the box. It just gives it a little more character.
Exactly. Kind of take a little sip of this here. Yeah, I would say so far that this is a stick that you can smoke anytime. It's nothing that you're gonna rant and rave over thus far, because I'm not getting much complexity in this stick. But it's a smokable stick thus far, and one that I wouldn't mind sharing with a group at all, and not have to worry about somebody not liking the stick, maybe.
Right. And we're talking about that weedy flavor.
Yes.
I really feel like we should have known that was going to happen because it's right here. There's just a hand holding a little wheat grass thing. That should have been telltale sign right there.
Maybe, or maybe it's holding tobacco.
No, that looks like wheat to me.
We had to look that one up. Exactly. But good point there,
yeah. So as we're getting a little further down on these sticks here, you can start to see that his has got a nice roll on it. He doesn't have any little flayed action. Mine, on the other hand, is getting kind of a little wonky. It's not really hurting the flow, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I got a waviness to this cigar right now. So it's not a truly straight burn. These cigars, I don't know how long they were aged before they got to me, but I did let them sit in the humidor for about a couple weeks before we did this review here for today for you. So I don't think humidity has any what's the word? I don't think humidity has anything to do with what's going on with the cigar.
How long do you acclimate these before we open them
up? To the garage?
Yeah.
Shit. This morning?
It's probably fine. It was in the humidor for how long?
It's been in the humidor for about 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're good to go. It just sometimes that happens. You look like you got a little tunneling there.
Yeah, it is. Woo, look at that. That just means that my tip's gonna fall off.
That's not what she said.
That is not what she said.
Oh, but shit! Look, I'm getting some tunneling now too. Here we go. Either way, we're gonna keep jamming this cigar out while we talk to you here, and maybe talk about some other things while we're smoking the cigar. So, I guess, Josh, you got any questions?
No, I have a question. I feel like we should do this regularly, you and I, and we can call it Sticks and Dicks.
Whoa! That's probably a market for that.
Yeah, I bet there is.
Yeah, we'll have to play around with that name, maybe. But definitely look forward to having more of you on the show, more just like-minded cigar people on this show here. The people.
What do you mean, you people?
Exactly. Love it.
So, what's interesting about this Reviver, not only that it's a great palindrome, but also that they only team up with the Aganorsa leaf individuals like once a year to do this very specific cigar. And we found very little reviews online, which is part of the reason why I believe Mr. Dom over here decided he wanted to do it. But considering there's not a lot of love out there online, I mean, it's a good stick. There's nothing wrong with it by any means. I think we were expecting a little more nuanced flavor profiles, but honestly, you do pick up that sweeter, syrupy texture that you get from the Jalapa region.
Mm-hmm. And just to add to that, it just really I don't have much to add to it right now. It's a pretty basic stick.
You're a basic stick.
All right, but it's just wheat. It's wheat and tobacco. It's pretty straightforward. So if you're looking for complexity, you won't find it here, especially in this first third so far with me. But maybe that'll change as we get further down in the stick.
And if you just enjoy tobacco, I mean, this is a good flavor. It's not overbearing. It's not overpowerful. It's definitely one that's like an everyday smoke, right? This isn't one of those ones you'd only bust out of the humidor once in a while.
For sure.
With the exception of they only come out with it once a year, so maybe you do want to keep a few on hand. But I mean, look at this. This is mine's burning all kinds of crazy.
Let's get a close up on that, Josh.
Yeah, let's do it. Look at that. You could argue that it's the way I'm drawing on it, but I'm gonna say it's not.
Yeah, I can definitely agree because I'm smoking at basically the same pace as you right now, and my burn line is all over the place right now. It's super wavy. I'm really trying to take care of it, just trying to keep it as straight as I can get it. We'll see how it goes. And it looks like the ash wants to try to fall off already right here. So.
Oh yeah, this one's definitely coming off soon. I'm gonna switch hands.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. Just as long as the ash doesn't fall off on my lap.
Yeah, nothing worse than a little hot ash in the old lap.
I'm telling you, the wife might be mad.
Like, I just burned mine.
Not tonight, babe.
Had a cigar mishap.
Exactly.
So let's get on a different topic here. For those of you that have kids out there, why is it that you have to tell them to do something 20 times, and the only time they actually go to do it is when you pull out the Batman voice, like, I'm gonna kill you, right? Like, that's all it takes. Yes. And then they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. Why did I have to do that? Why do I have to go to Batman? For real.
You know what? The next cigar channel should be something about sticks and dads, almost says sticks and dicks. Dang it.
Sticks and dicks, I mean, it rolls off the tongue.
No. That's interesting. We've got our boys here, and, we tell them to do something, and I think that's just typical with kids, and especially they're teenagers right now too, so we're getting more of that teenage love around here. Having to tell them more than twice to do something. But the awesome thing is they love their phones and just, take the phone.
Leave me alone.
Exactly.
I love you, but you can go away now.
Well, this offers a perfect escape from that type of stuff too.
That it does. I'm going to try to burn this off right here.
There you go. A little touch up for Josh. Oh boy. Yeah, that's burnt. That's all over the place, man.
I know. I'm spinning it.
God,
I swear I'm spinning it.
Is it really loose when you're puffing on that?
It certainly is loose while I'm puffing on that.
Okay. I mean, because if it's got a super open draw, which means it might not be enough tobacco, much filler and binder packed up into there. So,
No, I don't know if that's it. I really do feel like it's packed well enough. I love it when it's packed, dude. I love it when it's packed.
Boy, yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what, though. He and I both love a good box press, and honestly, this would probably be better in a box press.
I think so, too. And,
I mean, I'm just partial to the box press anyway. I mean, I get
too,
it,
man.
hand-rolled, whatever.
But, I mean, if you get a nice Vitola that's packed well, it should smoke very well, too. And these are probably, I don't know, I don't want to say they were rushed out, but maybe they just need more time in the humidor, and maybe they need more time aging.
I mean, that could be, because we have no idea how long they're aged. Like we said, there's very little information on these guys, with the exception of, the wrapper, binder, and filler, all from the same region. The Criollo is has a unique flavor to it, but I'm definitely getting those sweeter tones as we get a little deeper.
So, there's a hint, I would say, of yellow cake coming out in towards the back end of this first third here. But it's very subtle. Like I said, the tobacco and wheat, it's basically what the cigar is. That's it. Were you able to find anything online suggesting the flavor nuances that you can pull from this?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and just read from it. So there's cabinet spice, there's sweet cedar syrup, definitely getting the cedar and the syrup for sure. There's also a rock candy, which is a very interesting flavor note that I don't think I've ever heard coming from a cigar company. So I'm really interested to see if I can get some of that in there. I probably haven't had rock candy since I was 12, but I do remember that sweet, crispy, almost burnt taste to it.
Right.
The sugar.
Well, you say the spice, and that makes me want to look for the spice note. And I'm really, if you want to say spice, okay, you're pulling it from the pepper, and that's about it. So you get your pepper notes when you get your retrohale, and that's about it. But again, that's why a lot of times when I do the reviews, I don't like to look at what somebody else said the flavor nuances were, because it's going to be different. Everybody's palate's different. It's all subjective. So there you go. You got two guys smoking the same stick right here, and we're pulling the same nuances in the cigar. So you have to be careful with that when you're purchasing these cigars, and not get sold by what they're selling you online. Then you're stuck with a box of cigars or whatnot. It just is what it is.
Right, we got a couple of brands that we will routinely buy from that have very specific flavor notes, and then you just won't get it at all, right? But then you have a couple that really nail it too. I mean, it's very similar to whiskey. You get those somebody who either has a refined palate or they're just full of shit, and they're like, "Oh, I taste this, I taste that," and you don't taste any of it.
Right.
But the corn,
yes,
that weedy part we were talking about, there is supposed to be a corn note, and I definitely believe that's coming through.
Well, that's the highlight of this stick right here is the wheat, and I don't have a problem with that. I love that with the wheat profile you pull from cigars. I think it's great. Would it be awesome if it had more depth to it? And that's what I'm saying.
On my leg. There it is.
That was my pinky toe right there. But I'm looking for more depth, more complexity in this stick, and it's not doing it for me right now. But still a smokable cigar.
Still good, yeah, for sure. And like he was saying earlier, that if you're really looking for that complexity, I really don't feel like this is a stick for you. But if you're looking for a good, inexpensive everyday smoke that's just gonna fill the void inside of you, this will definitely do it.
Exactly. So enough about this stick. Let's go into something else. Josh, what brought you into the cigar world?
Okay, so recently rekindled with my boy here. However, I used to be quite into pipe, tobacco, and cigars in my earlier smoking years. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried the Backwoods. That was the first cigar I ever had. It wasn't a Swisher Sweet, right? It was the Backwoods. You know what?
Yeah, right.
And those are still tasty, right? I can't deny it. Those are still good. But as you get a little older, right, you come to understand the flavors a little better. Just like a good wine or a whiskey, it's the same thing. Coffee's the same way. This guy really doesn't care for coffee, but as I've gotten older, I drink it black now. And you can get all those little, tasty notes. They say that coffee has 4 times more flavonoids than wine. I don't really know if that's accurate or not, but that's what they say.
Yeah. So with that being said, I love to drink wine. You mentioned the coffee and the wine. I'm a wine drinker. I like coffee, but I don't like enough to drink it every day. And if I'm gonna drink coffee, it's gonna be foo-foo. It's gonna be Starbucks with a little, Cool Whip and sprinkles and shit on
Cool
it.
Whip?
Cool Whip, because straight coffee to me, it gets the old belly rumbly tumbly, and I ain't got time for that.
Well, I mean, that's why you hit it up in the morning, dude. I mean, so there's an age-old saying, and the reason why I don't start my coffee until I get to work, because you don't want to sweat at work and you don't want to shit at home.
That's right.
Ding.
Poop on company time.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Definitely feel like as we're getting closer to the middle here, the second third, if you will, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more of the nicotine.
Okay.
All right, a little bit stronger.
Yep.
I'm a little more sensitive to that, though. I don't smoke these all day like this guy does. I'm like a one-a-day kind of guy. Unless I'm smoking like smaller ones, right? Maybe I'll have like 2 or 3 while I'm drinking with some friends.
So, yeah, okay. So, I'll first note off that my stick here the ash is still holding on, but it's got a little kink.
A banana tip.
Yeah, it's got a little banana tip kinking up now, so that's kind of weird. But it's a very uneven burn. But the reason why I cut in like that was to say that on the back end, after the smoke is out, I'm getting a cakey feel on the tongue there. You?
No cake.
Okay.
0 cake.
There it is.
But I guess I can see where you're getting the cake from, because I'm getting those sweeter tones, and that's supposed to be that syrupy flavor from the region. So maybe that's what's doing it for you, because it's almost got like that syrupy, almost like a vanilla type. So maybe that's where you're getting the cake from.
Right. All right. So I think now would be a good time to cut and just smoke this down to the second third, and we'll be back to update you on some more flavor profiles in the stick.
Peace.
Well, I'll let you in a minute. All right, Ken folk, we're back. We both are in the second third of this Reviver stick by Cigar Dojo, and I can ignore Salif. I had to make sure I said that right. I think I've been saying Doja, like Doja Cat.
Yeah, for sure. He said it at least 3 times.
But she's not making cigars though, so I've got to correct myself. Dojo. Okay, so I'll put up a little B-roll of what was going on with my stick as I was entering the second third, and it was clearly having issues with this stick. Uneven burn lines. It was just all over the place. Flaky ash or whatnot.
The ash is flaky, dude.
Super
it's all over the place.
Yeah, Josh has some coning in his stick or whatnot. Typically of smoking it fast, but he really keeping on the same pace. So it was kind of odd seeing that with this stick.
All right, so online they had said that about an hour to 30 minutes for the smoke, and I honestly feel like we're going to beat that.
Oh yeah. This is definitely maybe an hour stick. For sure. Yep. And there's nothing to report on the flavor changes in the stick. It's just remained consistent.
I would say consistency is probably the right word. Yeah, it is very much the same now that it was when we started.
Right. So points for that. Consistent. This is let's draw on the good sides of the stick. Okay. Consistent.
It's consistent.
Great draw.
Tastes like tobacco.
Yeah, as it should. but you want to look for more in these sticks, not just tobacco. You want to get different.
Right. I do like the wrapper. I think the wrapper adds just that nice mellow tone to it. Sometimes you can smoke a cigar about this far and be like, I'm done. I don't really feel like I'm there. I feel like I can keep smoking it, and I'm good at that.
For sure. I'm same way right now. And like I said, we're in the second third, and again, it's kind of just doing its own thing. We're, having, awesome conversation as we're cutting to these different scenes. But, the cigar is not taking us to a place where we're just talking about the cigar. We're just talking about other shit.
Yeah, fruit flies. That's a thing now.
Yeah, we got fruit flies bad out here in the Pacific Northwest right now. Dude. So they're all over the place.
Keep them out of my drink.
They're trying to drink our whiskey, but, I think the smoke is kind of keeping them away too. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so this wouldn't be the stick that I would take to a cigar lounge or buy at a cigar lounge. It's definitely a lawnmower smoke.
Especially for $11 a piece. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
I don't know if it's worth $11 a piece.
Yeah.
It's definitely, like we were talking, it is a good cigar. It is one of those, like, I just want a cigar and I don't want to be disappointed when I'm done with it, right? But for $11, I definitely was a little disappointed. I was expecting more.
Yeah. Definitely can agree. And honestly, I don't expect it to change as we smoke it down. But we're going to keep smoking it down, and we're going to strive to give you the best honest review that we can on this stick.
And you know, if you buy the box of 10, I believe you're just telling me that there was a pretty hefty discount, like maybe 20%. So I would feel like probably like $8 a piece would probably be a fair market value.
Yeah, I would say so. And you're only going to find these sticks at AtlanticCigar.com. So go over there to the website. I think there's definitely still more of these on the website. I expected them to sell out quicker than they did, but they're still on there. And I think a lot of I got caught up in the hype of the 3-year release or whatnot, and being boutique, because I love boutique sticks, as y'all know already. But I'm on the chase, always on the chase for excellent boutique sticks, and this one right now isn't at the top of the echelon of boutique sticks for me.
And you definitely never know until you smoke it, right? That's kind of the shitty part about the whole ordeal is, you can go, if you're lucky and you have a good shop nearby, you can go buy one and you can try it out, right? But for us, even though we do have cigar lounges around here, it's harder to get this type of stick, right? It's hard to get the boutique sticks. It's hard to get some of the specialty items. Even getting stuff like the leather rose is hard to get around here. You kind of got to order it online.
Exactly.
So, it's kind of the luck of the draw, right? And just because we have mixed feelings about it doesn't mean you will.
Exactly. Every view on the channel is subjective, and I always encourage you to go out and seek the cigars for yourself and prove me wrong or prove me right on these sticks that we review. But always going to be honest and 100% with you all. And right now, the cigar isn't cutting it for a box value for me, but I am stuck with them. I'm not gonna let them age. I'm gonna let them age for a while, and we'll see how. Maybe I'll dig back into it a year from now and see if it changed or not. And hopefully it's better.
Good idea.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep smoking this down to the final third. We'll update you here shortly, and maybe something changed, maybe it doesn't, but we'll be right back.
See you in a bit.
All right, welcome back, Cam folk. We are both entering the final third of this cigar. What do you think, Josh?
Honestly, it's pretty boring right now. We're kind of at a point now where I could be done with it and I'd be happy with that.
I kind of feel the same way. The waviness and unevenness of the burn line mixed with the uncomplexity of the cigar, it doesn't add to the experience. And the fact that nothing's changing in its stick, which is good for what's the word? Contingency? I don't know.
That's not the word. Consistency.
Consistency. There we go.
So it has definitely been consistent. The draw has been good all the way through. The burn, with the exception of it being kind of wonky at the tip, we still don't have we haven't had to relight it, right? It's still burning. So you got that going for it. The presentation, as you can see, has improved with the zombies. Very Halloween.
There you go. But would I recommend this stick? I would not recommend buying a box of the sticks unless you had them before and you're a true fan of it. Then do what you got to do. But for me, I would buy a stick or two, and that's about it.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree. I think that although it is a decent smoke, definitely not something I'd want a whole box of, right? But then again, everybody's different, right? We have very specific tastes that we like, and maybe you'll love it. But like you recommended, go buy a stick, try it out, maybe buy two, age one for a little while, and then let us know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe a year from now I'll do another review of the stick and see if anything's changed on it. But other than that, man, right now maybe just too new. Maybe need some time to age. And sometimes aging cigars does it justice, and sometimes it doesn't at all. So we'll see. And again, I got to tip the hat to Cigar Dojo and Aganorsa Leaf in the presentation of the box. Adding the cigar, the tobacco leaf there, added to the wonder of the box, and I think that is what made me buy it quicker,
Yeah.
Because it was just cool. Like, oh man, there's a tobacco leaf in there, and I get to smell that and get the nuance of that leaf before I smoke the cigar. That was pretty cool. So I like that. But if that wasn't in a box, I probably wouldn't have been drawn to it as I was before.
But again, it's one of those things you just got to try it. And if we're, giving an honest review, I don't think we can recommend it.
Exactly. Yeah. So definitely not a favorite in my book. Not something I'm going to smoke every day. But time will tell. Time will tell. Either way, it was great smoking this cigar with you all today, and it was so awesome having my buddy Josh here.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you having him review the cigar with me. We'll smoke this down, and we'll just do what we do. As you all know, you know the motto: be kind to one another, be kindred in the leaf. Until next time, keep it smoky. Just need to record my shit. All right, we're recording. Woo!
I'll just let you take the lead.
Yep. Take a sip.
Take a couple sips. I've been sitting on this for a while.
All right, here we go.
Hey, dude, that one's no joke.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Fuck.
You're not used to having two people. What the fuck is this even for?
It's for action.
Oh, okay.
These outtakes are gonna be fucking unreal. All right, that's a great start. What's good, Ken Focus?
Already started, dude. You cannot get us two fuckers together.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Right.
Whoosh. Okay, here we go. Glad to have you back here at Ken Folk, and we're here to bring you a good review today from Cigar Dojo. Dojo. Fuck me.
Not like Doja Cat.
Fuck me. Damn it. Okay, Cigar Dojo. Okay. What's good, Ken Folk? If you're like me, you like the boutique circuit. If you're having your fucking goddamn it.
I'm not even doing anything.
All right.
What it is, guitar folk.